Imagine buying a $1,000 Android device that you literally own, and when you try to download a completely normal app from the internet, your phone just flat out refuses to open it and tells you to literally wait an entire 24 hours before you can use it. Like, I am not even joking, this is not some fake leaked rumor, as Google is actually doing this starting September 30th, 2026. And the entire Android community is absolutely crashing out right now. For literally over a decade, Android was the cool alternative where you could just download whatever you wanted without some massive corporation breathing down your neck. But now they are quietly adding this massive new digital wall called developer verification. Basically, if the person who made the app hasn't handed over their literal government identification to Google, your phone will just completely block the normal installation. And the craziest part is they are starting this massive lockdown in Brazil, Indonesia, Singapore, and Thailand first, before forcing it on the rest of the globe in 2027. Like, they are literally partnering up with other massive phone brands like Samsung and the other big players to make sure this block happens across almost all the major app stores, not just Google Play. It is honestly insane to watch a company that built its entire identity on being open and free just completely pull the rug out from under everyone like this, and almost nobody is talking about how massive this shift actually is. So why are they actually doing this? Well, Google claims it is to stop scammers from tricking people into downloading bad apps, which sure makes total sense on paper. But the way they are handling it for the actual people who make the software is just straight up terrible. To get on this VIP verified list, independent app creators have to literally hand over their real names, their physical addresses, and photos of their actual government identification. For massive companies that make million-dollar games, sending an identification to Google is literally just another Tuesday. But for the thousands of random hobbyists, students, and independent creators who just want to make cool free software in their bedrooms, this is an absolute nightmare. A lot of these creators build privacy tools or just want to stay completely anonymous, and now Google is basically saying hand over your passport or your app gets blocked from a normal install. They did try to throw the community a tiny pathetic bone by creating a special student account that doesn't need an ID, but it strictly limits them to sharing their app with a maximum of 20 devices. Like, what are we doing? A 20 device limit is completely useless for anyone trying to actually release a passion project to the internet. It basically means you can only share your app with your immediate family and maybe a few friends before the entire thing gets locked down, which completely defeats the purpose of the internet. This brings us to the funniest and most unhinged part of this entire situation: the new secret workaround they built for power users. If a developer doesn't want to hand over their ID and you still really want to download their app, Google technically didn't nuke sideloading, they just made the process so incredibly annoying that you will literally want to pull your hair out. First, you have to dig deep into the hidden settings of your phone and tap your screen 7 times just to unlock the secret developer options. Then you have to scroll down to a specific toggle, check a box swearing that nobody is forcing you to do this, type in your PIN code, and literally completely restart your phone. But wait, there's more. After your phone turns back on, the system literally forces you to put your phone down and wait a mandatory 24 hours before it lets you finish the download. Like, this is actually so ridiculous. They actually built a 24-hour timeout corner into a smartphone. Once that entire day has finally passed, you then have to go all the way back into the settings and confirm you still want the app before it finally installs. Like, they know absolutely nobody in the modern internet age has the attention span to wait a full day just to try out a random open source app they found online. It is a brilliant trick to just piss enough people off into giving up. Now, the people defending this are basically saying that this massive 24-hour speed bump is totally necessary because of how modern phone scams actually work. Like, picture this situation. You have a scammer on the phone literally screaming at someone's grandfather, pretending to be from their bank and pressuring them into downloading malware. By forcing the phone to completely shut down and wait a full entire day, it completely ruins the scammer's momentum. It forces everyone to just take a breath, and it gives the victim time to realize they are getting played. And honestly, I will be totally fair here. Protecting older people or vulnerable users from losing their entire life savings to a scam is a completely valid point, and we should obviously want to stop that. But doing it by treating every single user like a literal toddler who can't be trusted with their own expensive phone is just wild to me. It completely ruins sideloading, one of the most attractive things about Android. The absolute funniest part about this entire grand plan is that actual tech nerds already found out you can instantly bypass this entire 24-hour wait if you just plug your phone into a computer and use a basic charging cable. So basically, it is like a bank having a massive vault door, but there's an easy bypass for people who know ball. The only people getting actually punished and exhausted by this new waiting room are the casual users who just want to try out an open source app. The nerds and the actual dedicated bad guys will just bypass the timer instantly. It just feels like a massive corporate scam that punishes the exact wrong people, while the company acts like they are doing us all this massive favor. When you take a step back and look at this whole thing from a distance, the sheer irony is insane. I mean, think about it. This is the exact same company that spent years running massive television commercials mocking their biggest rival for having a locked down, boring, super restrictive phone. They built their entire cultural identity around being the open platform where you had total freedom. You could change your home screen, download whatever weird file you wanted, and just have total control over the device you literally paid $1,000 for. But now, as we hit the September 2026 deadline, they are literally looking in the mirror and becoming Apple. And people are definitely not staying quiet about it. There's this massive pushback right now called the Keep Android Open campaign, and it is backed by over 70 different organizations from 23 different countries. These people are literally screaming at the company to drop these strict identification checks, warning them that they are killing the entire spirit of independent software. But honestly, it feels like the gates are already closing. Sure, they can hide behind the excuse of security and making the ecosystem safer, which again is a noble PR spin that looks great in a press release. However, there is actually one sign of good hope. Google has quietly narrowed what actually switches on come September 30th because the rollout now only covers a specific list of app stores, and f-droid, the biggest open source app store on the entire platform, is straight up not on that list. So the exact thing everyone has been screaming about for a year, the thing that was supposed to kill independent software on Android, is not happening to f-droid on the 30th. They have not said when it will. They just quietly left it off. And look, that is not a win. The deadline is still completely real. The global rollout in 2027 is still coming, and they can add f-droid to that list literally whenever they want. But it does mean all that noise from the open source world actually did something, even if Google is never going to admit that. So yeah, that's it for this video. See you next time.